2018 First Alert Weather Forecast.
Just a quick reminder that our First Alert Weather Snow Predictor Contest is on right now. You still have until November 30th to log on to weau.com/weather. If you want a chance to win that Aaron's snowblower, as you see there, courtesy of Union Trailer and Power Equipment, all we're asking you to do is a little bit of what I do, predicting and letting us know when you think the first 4-inch snowfall of the meteorological winter season will occur as measured here at WEAU. So that's from December 1st through March 31st. Last year it was December 15th, so can't really tell you when it's going to be, but if you pick the right date, you'll be in the running, and we'll have a grand prize drawing for that whenever that occurs. Well, as we head on into your Monday, we're going to trade in the sunshine for clouds tomorrow, but it will stay dry. Clouds this time of year, well, in general, any time of year, typically have a little bit of a cooling effect, but more so this time of year when the sun angle is already very low. So the 50s will be traded out for 40s, which will be a little bit closer to average. Those clouds have been slowly working through tonight, but honestly, most of what's in Wisconsin is very high and thin. In most cases, you could still see the stars out there, but they do thicken up as you work into Minnesota. In fact, we do have a little bit of rain there in western parts of the state. 38 right now at the airport in Eau Claire. We have winds out of the east at about 7 and our pressure at 30.13 inches. We do have a chance to drop, I think, another 3 or 4 degrees before those clouds fill in. A lot of places up to the north below freezing. Meanwhile, where there is a little precipitation and clouds, it's mostly in the 40s. So as we go on through the early morning, notice that we'll start off in the 30s, not the 20s like today, but we'll be limited to the 40s as well, much of the area to our west with, again, a lot of cloud cover. Honestly, we could use some precipitation after having a wet October. It has been almost bone dry for November. We've only had 0.02 inches measured here in Eau Claire in November. So we're about 2/3 of the way through the month now. We're running more than an inch behind. And quite honestly, I don't know when we're going to be adding to that, because over at least the next 5 days, we're virtually dry. We do have a weak front coming in on Tuesday that could produce a rain or snow shower, but it is a very dry pattern. This, of course, is great news because it is a holiday week, very busy for holiday travel. Don't need any big storms, but even into the next weekend, things are very quiet. So I don't even have a day to highlight for a potential weather alert day over the next 7. Now, having said that, we do have some storminess across the central United States. There are some showers, even some storms down in parts of Nebraska. We have an upper trough coming in from the west, but the main surface low that's developing is well to the south, and this is actually going to ride up into the Ohio Valley over the next few days. That will not impact us, but the northern extent of the cloud cover will as we go on through tomorrow. So pretty overcast throughout the day. Now as we head on into overnight and then particularly on Tuesday, a cold front will come in. That could produce a brief rain or snow shower, but notice very limited amounts of moisture. Really not much of a chance there either. 34 is our low as clouds continue to fill in. As we look at the extended forecast, well, we don't have the 50s and 60s like what we had last week, but 40s are still pretty mild for this time of year, but behind another cold front pushing through Wednesday night, it does turn colder, and we are looking at a string of days that may be closer to freezing, and well, that does include Thanksgiving. But again, I think the best part of this forecast is for travel, and we just don't have any weather concerns. That isn't always the case. So
for sure, I think that's a nice sigh of relief for a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need the big rains or the big snows, and could use some precipitation, but maybe it'll come later in the month.
That sounds like a good idea. Thanks so much, Jared.
Okay.